Hi. Crap, wrong screen. Hi. There we go. We're on the right screen now. How is everyone? Oh, I see my perky cat is being picked up by the microphone. Yes, Midi? You wheeling? Come out? Oh. Hello, Garfar. Hello, Exolian. Wandering Stoic. Hi. How is everyone today? Are you having a good time? Do. Very sore. Oh my. I'm on the League of Legends roller coaster today. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I started late today. I apologize. I wanted to do Live2D stuff today, but then this took longer than I thought. And then I ate food and was like, I need a nap. So I ended up taking a nap. Yeah. It was a very nice nap though. I can tell you that much because I didn't want to get out of bed. It might not stay long. I'm feeling a bit exhausted. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, Exelion, you should take care of yourself. Get proper sleep. All that. Yes, Shob, yes. All the headbutts. Let me Papa. I wanted to go live on TikTok as well, and my cat's like, no, I'm gonna be in your face instead. There we go. It's a Paws, it's a me, yeah. But yeah, welcome in everyone. What's up, Skull? I was like having a very chill day. I made myself chicken drums. I've been like craving chicken drums for a while, so I actually put them to marinate before I went to the dentist. And after I got back, I started like preparing everything to put them in the oven. Because I couldn't eat for at least an hour, so I gave it like 2 hours before I had food. Because they put back my temporary crown. They just basically took measurements for the zirconium one. And yeah, then they put it back in. It was kind of awkward though. It was very awkward because like when I went there, she was like, okay, open your mouth, turn towards me, keep the mouth loose, like, you know, not open, just like relax the muscles while opening the mouth. And then she tried to hammer the heck out of it. Because she tried to yoink the crown out because it wouldn't come out, and then she tried to hammer it and it didn't want to come out, and then she had to pick it. And I'm there going like, damn. Hey Scanty, welcome in, and hello Piggy, welcome! Hi everyone! Also hi Schnar. If people want Crunchyroll, they should like sub to Crunchyroll. Like I know a lot of people that like using it on different devices. It's a nice promotion for like people that want to support streamers. It's basically, if you're gifting 2 subs, you get 60 days of watching it. So it's not like you're losing anything if you're already gifting people. If you do !crunchy, I think you can I think that's where I put the link to all the info, maybe? So like, it even works for like if you're looking for new creators, I think. This is copied from their page, right? It says if you purchase 2 new Twitch subs, so if you're like a new sub to someone, and then you go to 2 different people that are on the list for this offer, the only caveat to this is they have to be in just chatting or art. The first time my parents took me for a checkup to make sure like I don't have cavities, blah blah blah, that everything's okay. And that dentist is the guy that owns the cabinet, and he's pretty old now. He's pretty old now. He has nice gray hair as well. Aged really nicely actually, thinking back. And he occasionally steps in, but he only steps in if there are like super duper complex cases that require his expertise or experience. Otherwise, he teaches new dentists. So the cabinet has basically a bunch of like mostly women. There is one other dude that I found out because I was shocked that there were only women. But it has a lot of like dentists in it, and I think I've only been to like the emergency dentist that helped me when I got an infection from my wisdom tooth extraction. The emergency lady was really nice. She was very generous on the painkillers. And then my current dentist, the one that's taking care of my of the tooth that needed restoring, like revitalizing the roots and putting the crown and stuff. She is so nice. She hasn't said a single mean thing. She always makes sure I can't feel anything. She double checks, she triple checks sometimes. Going like every time, like if I wince with my, like she looks at my eyes, right? And if I wince, if I like squinting my eyes or something, she stops and goes, "What's wrong? Everything okay?" I don't even have to really say much. And the nurse is like, "Raise your paw." It's like, "Raise your paw if anything's a problem and we'll immediately stop. And if it hurts you or if you need like anything." Like they're very focused on actually looking at you and making sure that you're okay. Through the thing, which I love. I think I love my dentists. I don't like going to the dentist because it's a pain to go there every time. And a pain on my wallet. But I like going to the dentist for the dentist. You know the funny part? One thing I like the most about going to the dentist is the cleaning routine that they do. Like, I like, okay, this, out of context, this will sound weird, I guess, but I like the salty part that they put in my mouth. When they clean your teeth, like when they do like a cleaning of the teeth, right? They spray a weird salty mist thing, and it tastes nice. And that's my favorite part. I don't like the toothpaste that they use to like clean the. It's kind of like bubblegummy. I don't like that. I like the salty part though. That's nice. I don't know. It's like really refreshing. I wish I keep forgetting to ask them what it is, but I think like it would be weird to go like, "Hey doc, can you tell me what that salty thing was?" Also, my dentist told me that I brush too aggressively. As in, like, I put too much pressure on the toothbrush. And I'm just like, I don't know I had that much strength. She told me to lighten my grip on the toothbrush. Because I was getting, like, I have very sensitive gums, right? So I've struggled with bleeding gums often. Like, whenever I brush teeth, stuff like that. And it took, like, a treatment to get it to stop. But recently it came back, when I was getting, like, my dental work. And my dentist was like, just ease up a bit on the toothbrush. And that worked so far. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. No more blood when I wash my teeth. Will change the vibration when you use too much pressure. Damn, Squall, that's nice. Yours lights up when there's too much pressure on it? Ah! What the heck? You guys living in technology. I'm here with my old trusty manual brush. I got a new one because, like, I never know when you're supposed to, like, throw away your toothbrush. I usually throw it away because my dentist tells me to throw it away, but I don't know why my dentist tells me that. It's like, can they tell that, like, it's not cleaning efficiently anymore? I don't even know. I'm like, huh? So, like, I got a new toothbrush and it's super soft, this one. It's like the softest toothbrush I've seen in my life. I'm like, how do you even clean with this shit? Oh. But yeah, maybe at one point I'll get an electric one. I had one. I used to have one, but it was still causing, like, bleeds. It didn't have, like, a thing when you're putting pressure though, so maybe that would help. Mine was just like doing the motion for you, basically. So you could just be there like a dumbass. It's like, ah, clean my teeth, toothbrush. Do your thing. Oh. Wow. Catnip. I need to get my cat some catnip. They've been, like, sniffing the toys that used to have catnip and, like, rubbing against them, but those are long gone. Hey, Cora! Mine also has different options on how to vibrate. Are we still talking about toothbrushes here? You use the sensitive gum setting, otherwise my gum hurts. Huh, interesting. Like, your gums actually physically hurt. Oh. I'm doing well, Cora. I'm doing well. I'm having a chill day. Yes, damn, Shnar. That's unfortunate. Like, mine, even when they bleed, they don't actually hurt or anything. They just bleed. What's the genre? Dentist flavor? Dental simulation? Mm-hmm. Da, 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 da. Yeah, salty taste in your mouth. Nom 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 nom. So speaking of salty tastes, I actually was out of cooking oil, so I ordered some oil and then some olive oil and then some veggies. And I saw a bunch of new stuff from France that was in the store, and I ended up getting a lot of different stuff. And one of them was, I don't know the English word for it. Dulceață de corcodușe. Translation, please help. Corcovado gem? What the hell is a corcovado? Is that even a word? It's a mountain. It means hunchback in Portuguese, and it's a mountain. Why the heck is it translated after a mountain? That's so wrong. Oh, Laura! 60 days of anime! Let's freaking go! Thank you so much for gifting 2 subbies. Hey Ramon, I see it's back to the old avatar. It's still my same avatar! I'm just changing. I just changed my colors back to normal ones. That's some legal anime time. Heck yeah, let's go. Oh. I'm not playing anything today. I'm just chilling, chatting, hanging out with people. I'm having a chill day. I wanted to like get into Live2D and like play Harvest Island.
System says, Lord Jeff has resubbed for 7 months with message, Lucky 7. 7 months is lucky indeed, Lord Jeff. But luck won't get you out of your debts to the pigeon mafia.
Yes, it will.
Settle up, or you might find your luck running out.
Are we about to get pooped on? Aww. Hey Razor, hello. Hanging out with Twitch peeps, not the YouTube peeps. I'm hanging out with everyone. YouTube peeps included. Twitter god. TikTok peeps as well. Thank you so much, Lord Jeff, for the tier 2 resub. 7 decades. Let's go. Aww. Not sure if you're interested in reacting to non-videos, but I've just dropped a few photos I did a year ago. I want to share it. They end up nice when we say so. Usually, like, the channel is for videos, Garfar, but usually, like, if you put them in the outside channel, I presume they're outside photos, usually I look at them and, like, comment and react. Usually not live, though. Like, I just open Discord and I look at them and I'm like, wow, horsey! And a carriage. What the heck? We only have horses without the carriage here. What is this park? What is this? It's cheating. But yeah, I love watching seeing pictures that people take of like nature, food and whatnot. It's like great. It like shows your experiences and where you've been and what you found beautiful and worth capturing, you know. Kinda. I don't know. I like I grew up with a lot of photo albums. Like we have so many photo albums everywhere. If there's anything to be said about things, as my family took a lot of videos and a lot of photos and to celebrate and remember moments by. And I kind of continued that growing up and traveling. I would always like take photos of things that I liked. And then I started playing PoE and I stopped doing anything. As soon as I stopped playing PoE and I went on vacation, I again took so many photos. It's like nice. Oh. This is America. Vermont. Do 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 do. Also, Brian, thank you for the ice cream. Hi, teens. I love taking photos of the environment. You know, like the most beautiful things is like when we were traveling and we'd have a pit stop somewhere and like on a mountain or whatever. You'd find so beautiful scenery and views. Or like even like on the road. Basically my dad would slow down and I would take a picture through the window of like cool stuff that I'd see. What are we watching? Nothing. We're just keeping it as a background. Yeah, this is the just chatting background for people. But it's a video of a walk through Central Park. That's basically there to give people a bit of extra motion sensory thing. I don't freaking know. I stole the idea. I thought it was nice. Yeah, blah, blah. I thought it was kind of nice, honestly. Hmm. Yeah, we're just outside, exactly. We're just on the outside. The best thing I've seen is a night sky on a ship, but my phone cannot capture that. Yeah, night skies and nighttime has looked pretty hard to capture. And even some light effects are pretty difficult to like kind of get with a phone camera. Maybe nowadays technology is a lot better, but some some moments are just not easy to capture at all that you see. I'd appreciate it if you spoke in English so that people can understand you, Ramon. Da, da. Doing that on a moving ship would be hard. uh, yeah, like light is a pain generally. It is definitely a pain. It's a pain, like people, like Quirks makes fun of me for the fact that my food photos are green, but like my kitchen light is so weird that it just everything is green when I take pictures in the kitchen. So like, yeah, I'd have to like turn on my own camera light for them not to like get tainted and corrupted by the green. Uh. Mm. You can use a warmer filter on the camera. I don't think my camera has filters. Garfar. My phone camera. We're in the middle of the ocean, there's no light source. Become the light source. I got a lot of criticism that my food photos were not attractive. Just ignore Quirks, Excellion. He's just butthurt. He's just butthurt the food isn't in front of him. Food doesn't have to be attractive. Yeah, Quirks is just a hater. It's like, just tell him, yeah, so what's your point? Is the only thing you're able to comment on is how it looks? Has he not heard the expression, don't judge a book by its cover? Well, don't judge my fucking food by its looks, okay? I'm gonna serve you poop-shaped noodles and you'll eat them. Yeah, like, we literally have baby rage. Instead of baby rage, the emote is called Quirks on Discord. I'm good with criticism. I mean, I don't care that like he always complains about how my food looks, right? It's funny to me. Have a good night, Ramon. Sleep well. It's funny to me. But yeah, like for me, food just has to be tasty. I don't like put it in a plate for it to look fancy for people, cause like I'm eating it. I take a photo cause I want to. If I'm eating it, it means it's delicious. I wouldn't be eating crap stuff. I try now to take better photos. Soon Excellion's gonna have like a Michelin star plating. He's gotta learn how to properly plate, how to decorate. But still, it's home food. What does that have to do with anything? Bum, 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 bum. Da, da, da. That it's made to be eaten, not painted. Fair. That is fair. Yeah, I don't know, like there are so many people out there that are so picky about how food looks and they won't touch it if it looks a bit weird. Hmm. Bam bam. That's why most of my food pictures involve a keyboard. And here I thought it's because you eat at your desk. Like a degenerate. Oh. If you pay for your food in a restaurant, I'm expecting it to look appetizing, otherwise it doesn't matter. Not even in restaurants, I don't particularly care. Like, they served me oysters, right? In the pot that they made it in. In a restaurant. Like it was like a more homey restaurant, like one of those cozy family restaurants, right? And they literally just plonked the pot, the steaming pot in front of me with a ladle and was like, enjoy your mussels. Oyster stuff and whatnot. Oh, that was kind of funny. I think I took pictures, but I don't know where they are. They're in my old computer, I think. Because, like, that was from when I went to. It says this wedding. Along with my beautiful tail and mom. Hey, it's also on the Twitch server, so if they give us 5 more slots, I can bring it back. Though, I do have something nice. My grandmother's a chef that used to work in the director's diner of a big plane manufacturer, so I'm super spoiled with good food from my life. It just made me realize non-chef food tastes worse, so restaurant food is good for the taste alone. Depends on the restaurant and depends on the chef. I've had homemade food that's way better than restaurant, taste-wise. I wouldn't say it's taught you anything, necessarily. Sure, it spoiled you. Which isn't necessarily a good thing. But it basically gave you a reference. It's, you know how like mostly guys, but women too, I guess, how they're stuck on their mother's cooking. And then they find a girlfriend and they're like, what do you mean you can't make me food like my mom does? I did date one unfortunate specimen like that. And the guy was like, I think I made us food once. And he complained that it doesn't taste like his mama's food from home. And I was like, well, how about you go ask her for the recipe and make it for me next time? And he shut up. It's like, bitch, if you're gonna compare me with your mother who has years of experience when I just learned how to cook this, like, yesterday, fuck off. Here's the funny part, Koro. People expect that you know how to make all the national dishes. If you're from a country that has national dishes, you're expected to know how to make it. And I'm just like, are you okay? Are you okay? It's like, you know, people have to first want to cook and second of all be taught. How to cook and that's not really a priority in a lot of cases. I learned to cook to get away from my mother's cooking. Yeah, I mean, depending on like how, if the person, like if your mom or grandmother knows how to cook, right? If they don't, then as soon as you can, you're like, oh shit, I can finally taste good food. Oh. I said that I can compare regular food to actual food of chefs on a lot of occasion. I don't agree that restaurant food is only different from home cooking by the way it looks. Again, it really depends on the restaurant. And most of the times, it's also the ingredients that is being used. Like, like, sure, you can say that it tastes better, but like, that really just depends on ingredients and who the person cooking is. It has nothing to do whether it was homemade or in a restaurant. Because a homemade dish can be cooked in an insane kitchen that is for professionals at home, and it's homemade. I have seen people with kitchens that are better than most restaurants. Hey Donald, you learned to cook from your father and grandpa? That's awesome. I learned to cook from my dad and the internet, really. And recipe books, like we have recipe books and stuff. Yeah, like restaurants, the one thing is that they usually have fresher ingredients and food that professional kitchens that have safety regulations you can ignore them. I wouldn't know too much about that because I don't think I ignore safety regulations anywhere. Usually when it comes to salt, I forget to salt my food half the time. I don't know, like I watch people are like put a bit of salt, right? And I take a bit and I sprinkle it in, and I look at the video afterwards for another recipe, and they're like, put a bit, and a bit to them means like an entire tablespoon, and I'm just like, that's a bit? Like, eh? Huh? Really? Hey McWilliams, how's it going? Oh, what are you up to? But yeah, it's like, I don't know. Food is, for me, cooking is always fun because I get to experiment with new flavors and new recipes and new ways to like taste the same thing. And that's what I like about it. I don't really like cooking for myself. I find it tedious, especially the dishes part, because I don't have a dishwasher. I am the dishwasher. I am the dishwasher. But you used to micromanage every ingredient in gram, and now I'm like use fueling. Oh, I never like micromanaged. Like I did to a degree, but like when it comes to spices or like sometimes I just go with my gut feeling. You're just working. I hope you have a nice day, McWilliams. Can I have it? I'm sick of washing dishes. You want me to come over to wash your dishes? That's gonna be an expensive washing trip. Imagine going all the way to Canada to wash dishes. I mean, technically I'm outside your window, so like if you open the window, I might just like climb in and wash one dish, but I don't know. You know what, teens? For your Christmas card, I'll make you a brand new plate. It will be like a mini plate. You meant Excelia because he doesn't use his dishwasher. Oh. course. Yeah, you were talking about that. Oh. Why don't you use your dishwasher? What the heck, man? Oh. The most I ever use is a teaspoon when I'm boiling something. Soups can take a tablespoon of salt, Garfar. Because it doesn't really matter. It goes in like, I don't know, 2-3 liters. Like, it's inconsequential at the end of the day. I'm a single person with a dumb roommate. You don't do enough dirty plates to fill it. What the heck? You love the gremlin voice clips, Brady? Oh my goodness. Welcome in. I don't know, that sounded a bit more gremlin than usual. These guys were rowing in the wrong direction.
You know that people actually used to be scared of my gremlin voice and now they just want it.
Flo actually used to love it. I should record it as a happy birthday. I'll be like,
Happy birthday, Flo! I hope you feel better.
Teens can clip that and ship it to Flo. Flo is a degen, yeah. Yes. You can add it to the treat shop. Yeah, I wanted to add it. I just keep forgetting to add it as a redeemable option where people can claim the gremlin voice. Giving me Adventure Time Granny Apple vibes. What were you watching? Just a nice trip through Central Park while chatting. It's just something to be on the background. Not really watching anything. Occasionally I look at the trees and squirrels. Kinda like weird, like... The water looks so bad here for some reason. I don't know why. It just looks muddy. Maybe, I guess it's the lighting plus the whole fall. Yeah, it looks very muddy. It's autumn. Yeah, I know. It might just be like the light combination giving off that kind of a vibe. Then again, like one of our lakes is pretty not looking that great. Still, it doesn't look clean even in the shadow. Yeah, we're just talking about cooking and all sorts of things, Brady. I've already missed my 300k with all the existing redeems. 33k off. How much is 33k? Let's see. Channel point redeem calculator. So 35,000. That's gonna take you 54 hours. Yeah, you're gonna get it no problem this month. I can get it no problem this month, Garfar. You can barely get rid of me. What do you mean I can barely get rid of you? I get rid of you quite easily. Excellent, I'm about to do a story that you haven't done. It's not super tight on time. The entire month you can still redeem it, Garfar. Like, I think up until December 10 or December 10, December 15, I can still like send it to people. It probably won't reach Christmas for like in time for Christmas for everyone, depending on where you are. I think in EU it takes like 4 days. In the US, like in Canada, it took like 2.5 months for teens. That was unfortunate. I'm requesting it for next year's Christmas. uh, God damn it. I need you to play Slay the Princess. Is that different than Slay the Queen, Squall? Slay the Princess? But she's a princess. You're here to slay the princess, don't believe her lies. Yeah, this just came out. Is it similar to Slay the Queen though? Why did I assume they're digital? I don't know! I keep saying it, they're physical! I keep saying they're physical. I mean, digital, everyone's gonna get one with the Christmas illustration anyway. Yeah. It's a new visual novel. I'm not familiar with Slay the Queen. Okay, so it's not. Because like, Slay the Queen is basically, guide the life of the queen type game. Like, you're making decisions through events. It's basically like clicking on stuff. Have you played Amnesia? Is it wrong to say that I don't remember? I don't think I have. I do have the game, but I don't think I've played. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I don't know if there are. It looks similar to Soma. It does, because the people that made Soma were the ones that made Amnesia. Oh, like if you go, but she's a princess. If you go to Soma on Steam, it's basically from the creators of Amnesia: The Dark Descent comes Soma. That was their selling point. Yeah, they both like, I think they're both very atmospheric type games. I gotta say, like, the one thing, I'm not easily scared. Like, you'll get a scare out of me with jump scares because that's natural, normal reaction, kinda, unless you really expect the jump scare. But then it's like poorly timed, right? Like, you get scares out of me by being like, boo! and, and stuff. But especially in video games, I can't say I really get scared of things that easily. Sounds are nice, like they're a nice addition, but they don't really scare me. That makes sense. They're more like setting the mood, or setting like keeping you on edge the entire time. And when the drum scare doesn't scare you, what can you do? You're my boo. I've had like some games like Outlast, right? I just like, even in the jump scare, I kind of expected it around corners and stuff, and I was just like, whatever. I expected it. Super Raid! We got a Super Raid from Super Raid. Hi. How's your stream, Super Raid? What were you up to? Thank you so much for sharing your community and welcome in. Hello, 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 everyone. What's that title? Which title, Argonaut? You mean the part of where I'm telling you that you can get a Crunchyroll membership? That's the way to advertise the fact that people can do that. But yeah, I don't really know. I'm a weird person, cause like even when walking alone at night through a dark place, I didn't get scared or care too much. I guess cause like I also live in a pretty chill area, so my first thought is not like someone's gonna kill me or jump me. So yeah. The most that I've had to deal with, well, I guess like it's not really, how should I put it? It's not really a fear as much as disgust. But the most I had to deal with was walking through a really dark street that I knew had cockroaches on it. And not the small little kitchen cockroaches, no, the big freaking black ones. And I had to go from one side of the freaking street to the other on complete darkness. And that, like, just the thought of like squishing on a bug disgusted me so hard that I was just like, my skin was like crawling and I was like, so like, for me it's not fear, it's disgust that motivates me. And so like, well, what I did was I turned on my my camera on my phone, and then I started hopping through them. Because like obviously it's not full of like them. But every time I'd see one, I'd like leap over it. You don't know how fast I crossed that street, chat. I was like, I need to get the hell out of there. That was the street leading to the internet cafe where we would play. I don't even remember what the hell we would play at the internet cafe. I mean, I know we played some Mafia in the the werewolf game in the back of the internet cafe, but in the internet cafe, I don't remember what we were gaming back then. Oh. Yeah, that's the most that I've been terrified. The idea of like having bugs on me. I think that is. Ugh. It's not like terrified as in fear, it's just disgust, as I said. Exactly, like whereas getting goosebumps or getting like an uncomfortable sensation thinking that they're gonna be there, even when they're not. And I think that's what Soma was trying to do when it comes to their game as well, because of how they set the mood, like constant noise happening, like rattlings and skitterings and other stuff, and the mood of like the audio track basically always being like, it could happen, there could be something, there could be things around the corner. And I feel like that's like what makes good horror games, like constantly keeping you on the edge and unsure and unsafe from the uncomfortable feeling that you might experience eventually. Thing like that makes for a better game than cheap jump scares. The cheap jump scares are a lot more effective for pure entertainment perspective. Because like, entertainment wise, it's funny when you know that there's a jump scare coming, and you have the person completely be oblivious, and then suddenly like, they got caught by it. It's kind of funny, like, someone's getting pranked, basically. Kind of the same thing. I think Phasmo did that really well. The score often sets the mood up. That's just the physiological reaction to certain tunes and combos. I will assume you meant the sound. I don't know, like, the sound in itself doesn't do much without the setting. So I'd say it's a combination of more than one thing. It's not just the sound that sets the mood. It helps with setting the mood. Ocean House Hotel, I don't think I have. Ocean House. It's not on Steam. Probably explains why not. And why I've not heard of it. But yeah, so the reason why I don't play horror games very often, because most of them end up with me not being scared. So, or it being full of jump scares, in which case it's kind of like, eh. Because fool me once, fine, fool me twice. At one point I'll just be like, fuck you! What are you doing? You're just like popping in my face. That's flow is amazing. Like, me and teens are very like how should I put it? Code focused. Like, on Phasmo, we figured out the AI pattern and how it works and how it triggers certain things and what it does and stuff like that. So for us, it wasn't scary and we could just run around like idiots. And Flo was like, guys, I'm alone on a corridor, help. And me and Tease would be like, did you hear that? There was something moving there. There was nothing moving there. But Flo was like, ah! Where? So the game was so much fun because of the fact that he would easily scare. I love that. Sometimes I wish I was more sometimes I wish I was more of a scaredy cat person type, but like, yeah. Did one of you turn on to TV when he's in the living room? Torturing friends for your entertainment, we gotta love it. He was torturing himself, okay? it looks so fake when I watch people overreact to games like Phasmo. The thing is, some people are genuinely terrified like that. I don't find it very entertaining. Like, I can't say I can watch people play Phasmo. Because of the fact that I know how Phasmo works, right? And even after they changed some stuff, it was still like... Alpha feels like they're overreacting for content. I mean, it also depends if you like the person, I guess. And getting that kind of judgy feel to their content as well. But yes, it's like... That's kind of what people expect from seeing such content. It's pretty boring if you just see the mechanical gameplay side of it, Excellion. It's like a pretty boring game from that perspective. Like me and teens, for example, right? We were just like, we had our crucifixes, we went in, we put one down, we did all the things, we were insulting the ghost, we were mocking it, we got our objectives done, in and out 5 minutes, a 5-minute adventure. Flo in the background dying. Like, Flo wasn't acting. But like, if you just watch me or teens' perspective without sound, you'd just be like bored because there's nothing happening. It's just like, yeah. I found some people keep a conscious track of the stuff in the game happening on the surface of the monitor, while others treat the display as a gateway into the world, for lack of a better word. Yeah, like there are people that get immersed. Like there are people that actually can put themselves in their character's shoes, I guess, or like the skin, and they kind of like get super into it, and it's a lot different in VR. I want to say that. Oh, hey there, chat, please. Welcome in. It's a lot different in VR when you're basically, when you can't see as much. It's a lot more scary in a first-person perspective when you're not aware of what's behind you. Because for me, I don't know, having to turn myself around to see versus just moving my wrist, right? Or hand or shoulder, whatever, however you move your mouse. That's a lot different. Because one kind of like helps with the vibe of like something's wrong or whatnot. Hope you're all having a good day. Yeah! It was a good day. Your line April was causing. Aww. Take care, Cora. This is just a chill stream. Kinda, mostly. It's just chatting stream. Kinda goes where it goes. I know how to get you scared playing Phasmo. It can make you play it with a controller. I wouldn't get scared, I'd just die and be sad. I just let the ghost get me. I'd be like, come get me. I'm not moving from here. Alright, so this person is saying these are drinks I should try if I don't like coffee.
Hello there. This is most definitely a coffee channel, but you don't have to enjoy coffee to enjoy this channel. Likewise, the same is true for coffee shops. Today, I want to look at the 5, I think, most common drinks that you can enjoy in a coffee shop and order in a coffee shop that are not based around coffee. So this is for my tea lovers out there, but also folks who want to enjoy the coffee shop space without really being into the flavor of coffee, which I fully understand. Maybe you're on the beginning of your coffee journey, or maybe you just know you don't like coffee. Either one. Totally
I just don't like coffee.
Before we kind of dive into these 5 most
it's
popular
bitter.
is that
Unless you guys want to give me
$100
to buy a geisha coffee,
to the U.S., but also just shop to shop.
Which I heard is not
demographics,
bitter.
markets, they will all vary, which means you might see different variations of what I'm going to show you here today, or you might not see them at all. We're speaking kind of general terms here. However, these 5 drinks are all very tasty, they are all very accessible, and so we're going to talk about how to order them, what they are, and how to make them. This way, you know exactly what you're getting into when you walk up to the counter and are faced with a long list of coffee without the coffee palette. Let's get started with drink number 1. Now, I have talked about this drink pretty extensively in the past, and I'll link that down below, but the number 1 drink that you can find in most coffee shops for non-coffee drinkers is going to be matcha. Matcha is a
just add sugar and milk. I would rather just drink the sugar with milk or not. I don't think you understand my distaste for coffee. First of all, it makes me sleepy, so thank you very much, coffee, for being useless. Second of all, it's like I have to pour so much sugar and so much milk to not feel and taste the coffee that I will go into a sugar rush. And third of all, like, why would you order coffee just to basically remove the coffee from like, why would you do that? I'd rather just drink tea, yeah. But yeah, they're recommending matcha.
Tea. However, it's not a loose leaf tea, it is a very finely ground green tea. When you see matcha on a cafe menu, the way it is most commonly served is
like, okay, I gotta like pause the video and ask, where exactly do you have to live to get matcha in a coffee shop? I don't think I've ever seen matcha offered in a coffee shop. I've seen it in some restaurants. Anywhere? Yeah, that sounds like an American response to me. No offense.
a matcha latte. Very similar to the structure of a cafe latte. You have your matcha base. You also have milk, and then maybe
I am in America.
This is very simple.
Exactly.
You go into a cafe. You say, "I'd like to have a small hot matcha, no sweetener, perhaps." And then your barista will grab the matcha.
Sweetener. What are these words that people use? Yeah, answer. Imagine going like, I don't want a sweetener. They don't want to say sugar. For real, like, you can tell that this is an American video just from the way that they're talking. YouTube using an allow list. I am pretty sure that's just made up, Garfar. Like, yeah. Oh, not everyone uses sugar to sweeten their drinks. Yeah, I mean, sweeteners can be a bunch of different things, but like what? Like, usually we just refer to whatever we want as a sweetener, I guess. So it's kind of funny to hear that. Hmm. But Asian restaurants are not coffee shops, Argonaut. Like, this person is saying that you go in a coffee shop and you can just order matcha. And I'm like, damn, we don't have that. So, like, their first drink is already out the list for me.
Comes in a little powder. They'll toss it in a bowl. The first thing they're going to do is make that matcha concentrate. Now, some shops will already have pre-batched matcha concentrate done. It really depends on the volume that that coffee shop is doing. They'll then add a little bit of hot water and most likely use something that looks like this. This is a traditional bamboo whisk that is used for matcha. And they whisk. This is to incorporate that matcha powder into the water, get everything to one consistency, and then we can easily pour milk into it. Now,
This is already
one thing
too
to
much
keep an eye
work.
out
It
with matcha
is.
is that some shops will choose to use matcha brands that are pre-sweetened versus the more natural kind of raw flavor of matcha. Matcha itself, of course, is green tea, as I mentioned a couple times here, and so it has that very concentrated flavor of green tea. It has a slight umami to it. It has kind of a pleasant earthiness to it. Some people will describe it as grassy. I find that to be kind of a more negative tasting note, but it is kind of true. It has this
How does umami taste? And why is grass negative? Like, what? Think savory. I'm fully aware of what they're trying to say, but they're using the word umami to describe matcha because it's more cultured. And I'm just sitting there going like, bruh.
green flavor that's very unique. Some people like it, but again, some people don't. And so that's why you'll often see sweeteners added to it. If you are someone who prefers slightly sweet drinks and you're looking to order a matcha and the matcha is not already pre-sweetened, some things I recommend adding to it are either going to be honey or perhaps a vanilla syrup. Both of those are pretty neutral sweeteners that pair very well with the more deeper flavors found within matcha. Of course, lavender matchas are always very popular, but lavender
It's
is
like
a little more
deliciousness,
iffy
Lord
on
Jeff.
whether you're going to find it. It also tends to be more seasonal. Now, once the barista has made up that concentrate, it goes into your cup. This would be the point where any additional syrup, if you are adding said syrup, would get added. But now, the rest of the operations here should seem pretty familiar. Matcha lattes can be served iced or hot. For a demonstration today, we're going to go with a hot one. But if this was served iced, your shot of matcha, if you will, would just be poured over a glass of cold milk. Ice would be added, and you would be on your way. Be right back. I'm gonna go steam this.
It's not made up, it's just modern
Alright.
cringe.
Steam
Umami
milk.
is a word, yeah,
Now,
but like
because
it's
the
just
matcha is such a
I
different
don't
color,
understand why you
from the
bother
milk,
like
it does mean most often you'll get some nice latte art on top of your matcha, which makes for that kind
saying
of
it in an
aesthetic coffee
English
quality
sentence
that
like
most
that.
people are looking for when they go into a coffee shop. And there you have it. Drink number one, a matcha latte. Very simple to order. You'll want to specify what size you're ordering. You'll want to specify whether you want it hot or cold. You'll also want to specify whether you want it sweetened or unsweetened. You'll get a drink that has a decent amount of caffeine in it still, while having a very lovely, frothy, like foamy consistency. It has a deep flavor to it, very tea heavy, and it's just a nice drink all around. It kind of hits that more, not bitter, because coffee can be perceived as bitter, but it kind of fits that less sweet category that people are often looking for in black coffee. I think it kind of does the same thing in the tea world. This is a great drink. I could talk about it all day. I have in a different video. Let's move on to our next one.
I want to give a huge thank you to Blue Land for sponsoring today's video. My kitchen is almost always a mess of sticky syrups, coffee.
I mean that's just like it is a made up word. Kinda. Just the fact that people are using it doesn't mean it's not made up. But what I'm referring to is the fact that you can literally say whitelist on YouTube. No one's gonna come shoot you in the head. Hope. If, you know, I'm still alive. I'm still here. All words are made up, exactly. Like, what is wrong with people? And Paws disappears.
Coffee grounds and spilled drinks from the amount of recipe testing and drink builds that I do. This means I end up
Umami
going
is
through a
often
lot of
heard as a
costly cleaners,
term
but
in
switching to
cooking.
Blue Land has
Well,
been a fantastic way to both save money and reduce waste. Blue Land's products are affordable, sourced from clean ingredients, and easy to use. One single tablet is enough to fill a full bottle of cleaner, and when you're done, all you need to do is get a refill tablet rather than another full bottle that will inevitably go into the trash. Blue Land's products are also EPA Safer Choice certified, which means EPA scientists have evaluated every ingredient to ensure it meets Safer Choice's stringent criteria.
she's
I find the
speaking
products I've been using the most are the foaming
technobabble
hand
in
soap, which
my
keeps hands
language.
moisturized and refreshed, as well as the multi-use cleaner, which gets a lot of use around the kitchen.
It's
So
like,
if you're ready to
try this product. It is certified with. I'm not referring to your country. Okay. Nice targeted ad that only targets America. Heck yeah,
get
let's go.
started, you can get 15% off your first purchase by going to the top link in the description. Again, that's the top link down below for 15% off. And thank you again to Blue Land for sponsoring today's video.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Drink
that.
number 2 today.
That advertisement is basically telling me that you only think one part of the world exists, and second of all, like, that you really don't know how to sell a product. I was like, oh god.
Gonna be
Then again,
London
her
Fog.
description of a
Now,
matcha
this is
latte
just
also kind of
structurally
told me she doesn't know how to
okay,
sell
so
you that.
Somewhat similar to the matcha. You will note that the running theme of tea tends to go through quite a bit of these. However,
Excuse me, what coffee shop serves tea?
a London fog is a very unique drink.
Man,
that
you guys
has its
have
own name and
interesting
is
coffee
pretty
shop.
universally recognized
No, not
as
every
using
coffee
a
shop has
couple
tea.
base
Most of them
ingredients.
don't
The
have
tea used in a London
tea.
fog is going to be known
They're
as
coffee
Earl Grey.
shops.
Now, this is a blend of black teas that is usually flavored with bergamot oil. Bergamot is a citrus. It's a very floral citrus, and so when you have the oil added to the tea, you get a lot of florality and kind of like natural sweetness, like perceived sweetness added to the really rich base flavors of the black tea. Super pleasant on its own. And then when you add some steamed milk to it, it gets even better. So right here is a a little sachet of Earl Grey, which it seems like I have now added quite a few of my own oils to.
Did you just say Earl Grey is sweet? Clearly a coffee person that doesn't know what a coffee disliker likes. Blah! Like, don't get me wrong, Earl Grey is nice, but Earl Grey with milk? Not really. Not as nice. It can be nice, depends. Most places fuck the ratio up a lot. Oh. Yeah, most coffee shops that I know of don't offer tea. They barely offer tea, or they barely have one brand of tea available. Sleep well, Garfar. Sweet dreams. Like, damn.
Which is kind of gross. Regardless, if you go into a cafe and order a London fog, you will be greeted with a tea latte.
London
You don't need
fog.
to specify too much on this one. I think size, the temperature is going to be assumed already. It's almost always going to be served hot. You should also specify what milk option you would like. The default is usually going to be a dairy milk, but London fogs are also very delicious with alternative milks. You order your drink, the barista is going to take that sachet, toss it in a cup, and then brew that tea. Now, of note, they are not going to fill up the cup all the way. We want to leave about an inch of space on top to put our foamed milk. You can specify whether you would like more or less milk. Most cafes with their London fogs tend to do 2/3 tea
Americans
to about
finding out
1/3
how
steamed milk, but again,
UKers
could vary
drink
slightly
tea.
place to place. Once more,
The
similar
movie.
to the matcha, this is a drink that can be sweetened or it could not be sweetened. This is a question to ask the shop. I think traditionally London fogs are sweetened with a little bit of vanilla syrup, but it could go either way. I think vanilla, honey, and lavender are all delicious flavors to be added to London fogs if you tend to lean towards the sweeter side of drinks. If not,
Sweet.
these flavors on their own, they're gonna be great.
Not even
I happen to
vanilla
like
isn't
vanilla in my London fog,
isn't
so at this point,
sweet.
I'll just add a little drop there.
None of
course,
those
while
are
this
that
finishes steeping,
sweet.
I'm gonna go steam up my milk real fast. Once your tea is steeped,
This is
remove the bag, and then simply enough,
painful.
you layer that steamed milk.
What is
on
wrong
top
with you,
of your latte.
America?
This is a drink that tastes like a thunderstorm on like a Friday evening. It is truly delicious and warm and comforting. Kind of a
Yeah,
fun
that's
fact about
called,
the London
like,
Fog. And I'll link
Christmas
the article if I can find it. I believe it was done by
blend
Spreads, but
tea,
London Fogs
Argonaut.
didn't originate in London, actually. I believe the name came from someone in Canada
It tastes
originally.
like
Kind
wet
of interesting.
rain.
Now, one last thing to note about this beverage is that this kind of format of drink, be it hot water, a tea, and steamed milk, can be applied to most teas. So while the London Fog specifically refers to a tea latte using Earl Grey tea, you can make tea lattes with anything that a cafe has. on
You
the menu.
don't
If you're
say.
looking for something that is caffeine free, perhaps look at their herbal teas. If you were looking for a green tea with milk,
Don't tell me to put freaking milk in my herbal tree. Ah! There are some very bad milk combos of tea. I have tried so many teas with milk to see which one works and which one doesn't. Ah, don't just blanket statement that. That makes my skin crawl. God damn.
that's also delicious. Or you can do other black teas with milk for another equally delicious tea latte. This is a very versatile kind of drink structure. London Fog is specific to Earl Grey, but again, you can adjust it however you want. I'm gonna take a sip of this one. I love London Fogs.
Okay.
Let's move on.
You
to
know
our
the
next
best
drink.
part?
Now,
She
our
literally
third drink
put
is one I am,
like
well, frankly,
so far the 2 drinks she offered, if you don't like coffee, you get bitter drinks that act like coffee because of the caffeine. So I guess technically she gets points on you don't like coffee, have another bitter thing that will keep you awake if you're that type of person.
I've been excited about all of these drinks, but this one especially is a coffee shop staple, specifically in the US. You will see it on almost all menus. This is going to be a chai, most commonly served in coffee shops as a chai latte. I want to be careful not to say chai.
Does she realize chai means tea? Actually, you know what? Doesn't matter.
Tea. This is a chai that is being served as a chai latte. Now, most coffee shops are not making every
Wait.
tea. This is a chai. Most common, you will see it on almost all menus. This is going to be a chai, most commonly served in coffee shops as a chai latte. I want to be careful not to say chai tea. This is a chai that is being served as a chai latte. Now, most coffee shops are not making every single chai to order, and so instead they use a
Good thing
liquid
we
chai
went.
concentrate, and that's going
Liquid chai concentrate.
to hold all of those good, delicious black tea base with the sweetness of the spices and anything else that might be added. It's a very simple build. They will use usually
I'm
about
okay,
1
Shop,
part
I'm
chai
okay.
concentrate to about 1 part milk, depending on what brand or formula they're using. This is probably the simplest out of all of these drinks to order because you just need to ask for a small hot chai with whatever milk you like. The barista will then go grab their chai concentrate and then whatever milk you like. Pretty simple one.
Nice.
Now you will find quite a bit of variance between different chai concentrate brands within cafes, or if they're making their own chai, you will also
You know the funniest part is the Romanian chai means tea, like as in we literally pronounce tea like chai. I know like chai is tea and it means tea, but like it's even funnier to hear the Romanian variants said, and she's like, yeah, so the first drink is a matcha, the second is tea with milk, and the third one is tea with milk. And I'm like, nice. Nice.
find a bit of variance there. Chai on its own has a lot of delicious spices, a lot of spices that we typically associate with baking. It has a little bit of like a sweetness to it. It's got those kind of black tea, tanniny flavors underneath.
Black tea
It's
isn't
very lovely
sweet.
when paired with the fats of milk that kind of round out everything. However, some chais tend to be spicier and some chais tend to be a little bit sweeter, and it's worth
You
asking
don't
the barista
say.
which their chai tends to be.
So basically, what you guys do in America, you go on a website that has tea, and you get like those tea blends, and then you go and say, "This is chai. This is like Christmas Christmas tear chai, and this is like Valentine hope chai, and this is like Halloween spooky chai. I feel like America needs to be introduced to tea, to the tea culture. Of course, tea is going to be spicier or sweeter depending on what tea you have. That's normal.
To lean towards liking a little bit spicier
Oh.
chais, not necessarily so much on the sweet side. If you tend to like a sweeter chai, but what they offer is a spicier chai, it's a pretty easy remedy to it. Like with most
Yeah,
of these
just
drinks,
pour
frankly,
sugar.
a tiny bit of syrup will go a long way to kind of sweetening and rounding out those flavors in a way that you might find
A tiny bit
more
of
pleasant.
syrup
Honey
might
is
also
always
make
a
it
very
more
good bet. It
gross.
has a natural sweetness that pairs with
Putting
chai very
syrup.
well, and also vanilla. It's a classic flavor, but it really does go with
You guys
pretty
really
much
like getting
everything.
fat, huh?
However, I tend to lean on the spicier chai side, so let me go
Syrup
steam this
and
up.
vanilla and everything. Jesus
Like with most of
Christ.
these drinks, chai lattes can be served hot or iced, but I really do think hot chai lattes are where this drink shines the most. It's warm, it's comforting. Again, it is just a delicious treat that is spiced and rich and just kind of perfect as a beverage. Now, we'll add it to our cup here.
Yeah,
Now,
hot tea
sometimes
with
coffee
milk.
shops will put a little bit of garnish on top of this, and I think that's kind of nice. My preference tends to be cinnamon, and cinnamon tends to be the most common as well. Just a little powdering right on top. It boosts the aromatics, if you will. Cheers.
It also ruins the taste depending on what tea you want.
It's
But
very
sure.
good. Chai lattes often
And
act
it also
as kind of a
makes it
gateway of
more,
sorts into coffee drinks. People will often start here, especially younger folks.
What's
and they
the
take
word?
the first step into coffee by adding a shot of espresso to
Bitter?
this. Now, I will note that pretty much all chai lattes are going to be initially caffeinated as they have that black tea base, but you can boost it even further by tossing espresso in here. And also, it tastes really good. It turns it into kind of a
My
spiced
heart.
latte. It's easy, it's standard. We call it a dirty chai, which I really think we can improve on that name. Maybe a little bit. I'm happy to workshop it with whatever folks I need to. But that's the drink, and it often leads folks out of chai and then into coffee, and then they just enjoy chai separately. But regardless of whether you're adding a shot of espresso to this or not, it's a delicious drink. It can be a non-coffee drink. I could talk about this all day. We have 2 more drinks to do. Let's keep going. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, I can't
My
guarantee
poor
that you'll find
heart.
all of these drinks on your local coffee shop's menu, but I can almost guarantee that you will find this one. The next drink format that we're going to be looking at is a steamer. You most often see these kind of made for kiddos who are looking to have a coffee-like experience while their parents really don't want them to have coffee.
I want a nice tea here, put a ton of sugar and fat in it. What happened to just enjoying the tea blend? Like I would literally go to like a tea shop and pick up different like leaves to infuse and stuff. Oh god. Cinnamon and tea can be very spicy. Can be like punchy, not spicy. Can really punch your taste buds. But like that's kind of like mulled wine as well, right? If you've never had it as usually it's served in cold season. Like spiced wine. People adopted it as an option for tea or the non-alcohol consumers. Fresh and dried herbal trees are the best if you mix and match them according to your taste. Yeah, like I'm sad. Like next to my dentist, this is the cat wheel that you're hearing, by the way. Let me know if it's annoying, the sound, because I haven't heard it on a recording yet. But yeah, like when I went to the dentist and the pet shop and the vet and stuff, they were all in an area with a place that had tea, basically, where you could help yourself to satchels of like dried tea. And they closed down, sadly, but that place was heaven. I would spend so much money there. I miss it. Now I'd only have online stuff. I thought it was storming. No, it is midnight running on the wheel right now. She is enjoying herself. Let me see if I can. Because I can put a lock on it, right? So you guys don't see it anymore. I don't. Because she can't, like. Okay. You gotta listen it. It's fine, but hilarious. Do I have my camera over here? Add video capture device. Hey, you guys can see my room, my chair. Of course, now my cat isn't here anymore. We're just gonna like put this somewhere here. There we go. Whenever the cat's back, I can turn it back on. If I'm quick enough, I can turn it back on for you.
But the steamer is a very versatile format that can be made into something that is lovely and delicate and non-caffeinated for you to enjoy. It is as much an adult drink as it is a kid's drink. Steamers are very simple. They're going to be
I
syrup,
don't have an
they're gonna
outside
be
for
steamed
them,
milk,
Lord Jeff.
and that's kind of it. But I'm going to give you a combination that is pretty accessible at most coffee shops that kind of elevates the drink a little bit. Now, we've been talking a lot about honey and vanilla today because they are two of kind of the most common flavors found in coffee shops, but now we're going to use both of them in combination. If you're ordering a steamer for the very first time, I suggest you order this, a honey vanilla steamer with a dash of cinnamon. What this drink is going to be is equal parts vanilla syrup and also honey. Then you're going to steam milk, you're going to combine the two, you're going to add a little bit of cinnamon and combine one more time. This
I am
takes all the
speechless.
qualities of delicious, warm, sweet steamed milk and also adds a little bit of an edge to it with a bit of cinnamon. Easy, the barista will recognize this and most likely they will have all the ingredients for it. Equal parts honey and vanilla. You can make steamers with whatever milk option you like. Dairy milk will usually be the default, but I do highly recommend
this is
using
just warm
almond
milk?
in your steamers. Almond milk I don't love in combination with coffee, but on its own has a very distinct and kind of enjoyable flavor that shines.
Is this just sweetened milk? Is this the level that we're at?
As a barista, I like to add the cinnamon, or at least
It
half
is.
of it kind of early on in the drink. That way,
Jesus
it can be all
Christ.
stirred together and kind of homogenous in the drink rather than just sitting on the top. I cannot tell you how many times I have been accidentally cinnamon challenged by a drink with far too much cinnamon on top. And then a bit more on the top.
That's a
Aromatics
lot of
are fun
cinnamon.
for garnish. Now, you might be saying, that is just a cup of warm milk. And yes,
A lot of cinnamon. It's like... I can't tell you the amount of times I've had too much cinnamon on top. Proceeds to put too much cinnamon on top. So they call it a steamer when they sell you honeyed milk with vanilla extract. Yeah. I need to apparently open a coffee shop.
yes, it is mostly a cup of warm milk, but it's a really
You don't
enjoyable,
say.
pleasant, simple drink that a cafe can make for you if you are looking for something non-coffee to enjoy in a coffee shop space. And also, if you have kids, this is also a great option. It's like a little coffee nightcap, one might say. We have one more drink though. Let's get going. Now this one is gonna be our
I don't know how to, I don't know how to feel about that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
first and also only entirely cold drink that we have on the list. This is going to be an Italian soda. Most
They just
specialty
use
coffee
the
shops will have
Italian
sparkling water somewhere on hand.
language.
Traditionally, when you serve an espresso, you will include a little kind of sidecar of sparkling water, and so likely there is some within the shop. Once more, this is a drink that is
Sleep well,
often kind of
Excellion.
geared more
Maybe-
towards the kiddos that come into a cafe.
Wait. Maybe you should make some steamed milk for yourself.
But frankly, this is a pretty common barista shift drink I found, and so there's no reason that you shouldn't order it as well. So, an Italian soda. The build of this drink is going to be sparkling water, a syrup of some type, and then also, usually, some sort of cream. That can be added or subtracted if you don't like
Jesus
cream in
Christ.
Italian sodas. If you go into a cafe, how you should order it is, I'll have a large sparkling
Hey,
water
Norsey.
with a shot of insert syrup and a
Spark-
splash of half and half. That should get you exactly what we're going to make today. I do need ice, however.
What do people order,
Now, any
man?
syrup will go into this drink. Any syrup at all.
Lavender
I happen to
syrup.
have lavender on hand. That's a nice flavor. Let's go with that. Ooh, that might have been a bit much, but this is just for me, so that's okay. Next, your barista will take sparkling water.
Schweppes
This is where you can
sparkling
decide
water.
whether you want cream
Wait,
or not.
what?
As-
If you ask that in Europe, I think they will just kick you out of the coffee shop. Anyway, now that Schweppes is sparkling water there.
As
Yeah.
it is, this is a nice kind of a light lavender soda, very refreshing as is. However, if you want to elevate it a little bit of dairy added is very nice. Milk, half and half, heavy cream, whatever you like will all work well. Depends on kind of the intensity of the dairy and also kind of the weight. Of
Have
the
you
drink
noticed
you're
that she
going for.
puts syrup and cream in
This
absolutely
is where
every
Italian
drink?
sodas tend to look very pretty as well, because most often the dairy will kind of sit on top of that carbonation. Then, when you're ready to enjoy, gently stir.
I
Don't
feel
go
like-
too crazy with the stir.
I
Just
feel
be
like she killed
very gentle
Italians
when you
with
stir
this
here.
drink.
Carbonation and added ingredients tends to go interestingly. Too much aggression often leads to kind of a boil over, if you will. Definitely looks a bit more plain now, but when you taste it, cold, refreshing, sparkling cream soda. It's delicious. Well, this was a whole lot of fun, and hopefully this was somewhat helpful and or educational for you, as these were 5 non-coffee coffee shop drinks that you can find in most cafes. Again, I
Yeah. 5 drinks you should try if you don't like coffee. Not. I gotta say, like, I have nothing against the creator. They did a good job at showcasing drinks, telling you recipes and how to make them, offering solutions to people in America. But this is very clearly catering only to American audience, and it is concerning the distinctions that they make between tea and chai for some reason, and what they use as sparkling water. That's also concerning, and the fact that they literally recommended a honeyed hot milk drink. I can't take this video seriously. Like, I honestly cannot say, like, this is a video that is worth watching, and this, like, holy shit. Yeah. The heck? Like, kudos on the presentation and everything, but just learn how to properly drink tea and don't go to coffee shops if you don't want to be in coffee shops. And if the person you're meeting with is in a coffee shop, just get water. Or, I don't know, usually they have like juices. There's no reason to go for weird ass drinks that are named weird. Just to feel like you belong in a coffee shop. And the thing that killed me the most was saying Yeah, you should combine the black tea with an espresso shot. It's like, don't do that to your heart, man. What the heck? Not to mention, like, yeah, I don't know. Just exactly, drink to enjoy the drink. But this was concerning. But hey, you have the video in case you want. And then we have daily dose of internet.
Here's a great way to get banned from Walmart. Since all the laundry detergent is only halfway full, this guy came up with his own solution.
And service yourself. And make sure make sure you make up for the manufacturer's loss. Man, full to the brim.
These guys wanted to try out a self-driving taxi service.
Jesus. Is there a key for videos? Discord react to channel.
You can't really have a much lower landing than this.
Fountain! Jesus Christ. I like how calm the person was, like, that wing hit the ground.
This cat just got back from the vet, but still had anesthesia in their system.
No, don't do that. It's not gonna work.
I find it more annoying over the fact that he was filming the cat for funny video moments rather than going to help the cat.
A truck full of fireworks crashed on the highway, and this was the end result.
Well, at least he went out with a bang. Oh my god.
I can't reach it.
It's okay, I saw it coming.
And we flipping on it. Oh my god.
This guy brought his emotional support alligator to a baseball game, and they wouldn't let him in, so he decided to try a hockey game instead.
Well,
For
now.
some reason, the toilet in his dorm just randomly exploded.
Work the dorm.
May you be poor in misfortunes and rich in blessings.
Give us a sign.
Okay, Naya.
Real life edition. Damn, that was cool. That was cool.
That is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
Oh.
This guy was absolutely flabbergasted that this guy could pull off such a low note.
Taylor food.
Can I go down the slide?
Yes, one.
I made a little sign for my bathroom for Halloween.
Here's a great way to immediately get fired.
Jesus.
A random fan at a golf tournament walked up to this professional golfer and stole his golf club.
What?
The fan was then immediately arrested.
He was immediately arrested.
Hi.
Peekaboo.
The
Oh
neighbors
my
called the
god,
police
that
on this guy
look.
because they said they heard someone screaming in pain at his house.
It was adorable.
Rambo. Hi. Hello.
You're not a cow.
Damn, imagine the police
You're
coming
not
for a parrot.
cow. Come home. Come home, Lola.
Why?
This
But
delivery
she
guy
can
matched
stay
the
with the
energy of this
cows.
spooky
Poor
doorbell
Lola.
message.
Hurry and leave a message before it's too late.
I've got a parcel for you. I will leave round the park. Oh!
So this is pretty cool. This car from 2017 has technology that prevents it from
Which
hitting
one was
potholes in the
Lola?
road.
The small one.
Why does everyone at tennis matches look like an NPC?
Fake.
That is the end of this video. Hopefully I made your day just a little better. And I'll see you guys again very,
La
very
la
soon.
la la
Later.
la 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 la. Left, right, left, right.
This worker at McDonald's saw the spider and decided to take things into her own hands.
So I'm
Goodbye,
sick, right?
friend.
Who knew that I could sound like a drill when I'm sick?
Kinda cute.
Here's a great way to make an enemy. This kitten was raised by dogs and
is a
doesn't know
great
how to
way to make
meow,
an
but
enemy.
does know how to bark.
Oh, I've seen this one. The cat's so cute.
These people realized
Very
they made a mistake
feisty.
booking a hotel in Costa Rica.
Nice. And they say you can't have a nice ambience for Halloween.
The US Navy will sometimes throw these giant sleds into the ocean to test out their aircraft launch system. These people found some really squishy rocks in Alaska.
Guess. I wonder, like,
Go. Now.
I wonder
Go.
if people would,
That's right. Go. Shut up. No, you shut up. Go.
like, who has to take them out of the ocean?
Go. What? Stop it. I'm sorry.
I have never heard a cat
Stop
make this
it.
noise before.
The water did too.
Her hair started lagging in real life.
The water did too. Oh, it's mischievous time. Lag on it.
This
Oh,
is
gee.
for forgot his sleeping bag, so he had a friend drop one off for him.
Bro, what a friend. What the heck? That is a friend, alright.
This poor little guy doesn't know how stairs work.
Oh,
For some reason,
come
the skunk wasn't
on.
scared and went right up to this guy.
I don't know why you're walking towards me, but I don't like it.
What do you mean? Why? To turn around and bite, apparently, I was gonna say, and skunk
That is
you.
the end of this video. Hopefully I made your day just a little better. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
Ooh,
Later.
that's satisfying. That animation. Oh God! Oh! Jesus Christ!
What?
That is terrifying.
No. I'm just kidding. You totally made it.
That is so terrifying. What the heck? Oh. Well, that's
She
one
wanted
way
to see
to
if she
say
could
you're
sneeze
not
with her
allowed to
eyes
go with
open.
me. Bruh. Smooth.
You might not like it, but this is what the peak male athletic form looks like.
This guy figured out a
Sure,
smart way to
dude.
get rid of bugs.
Sure, dude.
Así.
Whatever makes you feel a bit more confident.
Nalilaron, guys.
Whoa. That guy is smart. What's up with all the bugs in this video? I agree, kid.
Breathe, dude.
I
This
agree.
is the true
No,
meaning
don't
of what a
breathe.
family dinner looks like.
Don't breathe in the insects. Peak family dinner right there.
Here we go.
That was just a grasshopper. I know.
This woman tried out this exercise machine and got stuck and had to call the police.
There's only like one other person at the gym, and I got stuck. Just easiest
I mean,
rescue ever.
There you go.
how? At least she could. I guess there was another person calling the police. I was like, who? Like,
This
who
horse
called the
only drinks the
police?
finest water. This guy found an eastern king
Finest
snake.
water.
They can coil up and
She
form
did?
into a spring, which they can then use to launch themselves
I think the
away
other
from predators.
person
They
did.
have the ability to travel over 15 feet on a single launch.
No, don't do it.
It's kind of weird because it's also recorded, so I'm just like, who carries two phones, one to record and one to call the police, and somehow the phone is
This has
within
to be the deepest voice I've ever
range.
heard.
Why'd you spray it?
Because the water help, it'll suck up when you heat it up. The water will kind of moisten it up, make it soft.
One of my subscribers made this out of dominoes. That is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
That's nice domino thing. Hey Devon, I'm doing well, thank you. What you up to tonight?
This is what happens when you put a red-hot ball of metal on top of bamboo. Fire, it seems to be hardly affected at all. This bear was captured after
Interesting.
eating all the chickens on a farm, and this is the first thing he does when they released him back in the wild.
Gee, he was really angry at that camera.
This kid tried sushi for the very first time.
Yeah, kids, I agree. Sushi.
So heavy. No, I'm just joking, guys. Although it is a very big glass.
These houses in Montana got buried under some tumbleweeds.
That's a very big glass. That's a lot of tumbleweeds. That's a lot of tumbleweeds. How many tumbleweeds are there
Have you
there?
ever seen a horse that's equipped with turbo?
I haven't seen one. I heard it.
This is why you should never trust a cat.
You should always trust a cat. It doesn't matter if they boop you. Yeah, that's right, cat. Now stink on him. Turn around and like do the stinky. I actually wouldn't care if a cat did that to me. I love
This is
cats.
what happens
so.
when you fly a small plane through a cumulus cloud.
And I don't think animals do it with malice anyway.
Oh shit. Alright, don't worry, fly the plane. Fly the plane.
1, 2, 3, jump. Oh.
There go the snails. Help me!
This is what the shadow of a tree looks like during a solar eclipse.
Like, can you help me? I don't know, kid. You
Our
did it to
neighbor called the
yourself.
cops on us for a rowdy pool party.
I like
And,
you. Aw, thank
I'm
you.
gonna show you what the rowdy pool party is. This is the rowdy pool party.
Nice. Very rowdy. Goodbye. Yo.
That is the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed.
Don't-
And I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
Look at that dog's face. Oh, that was peak. That was peak. Oh no, that was the best part of the video. It's like, you killed my twin. Actually, like, before we go on the next one, there was like this one person that takes the hair that she gets from the de-shedding tool and like the brush from her cats, and she makes little cat variants of her cats with the hair, and I think that's both disturbing and cool at the same time. How she does that.
The engine on this plane exploded, but the good news is that this plane has multiple engines and was able to land safely.
Damn. Oh. Itty?
This is called Jiu-Jitsu, and it's a league that has jiu-jitsu competitions inside of a car.
And this tournament is underway. We're cranking on the neck, but just enough space here for Rusty to get out of the driver's seat. Rusty's got some good leverage on him here. It looks like we're going to come out of the driver's seat now into the passenger seat.
I wonder what this one does.
What the heck was that? People do weird stuff.
I found someone who makes incredible pieces of art made entirely out of Legos.
That's crazy. Ow.
These people in Dubai made the largest Hummer in the world.
Okay. Oh, that is a huge. Damn. Do you think I'd fit under it? Probably.
He doesn't.
Why
allow
does it
anyone
have
inside of his room.
wooden flooring inside? God damn.
I found a company that makes little
Yeah,
heart-shaped
we
QR
could live
codes
in
that
that,
you place on your
alright.
loved one's gravestones. The code is a direct link to the person's profile that provides more detail about who they were and what they were like when they were alive.
I don't know how to feel about the code thingy. Like, we have a graveyard here called the Happy Graveyard, where basically it has the picture of the person and like an entire poem and story, like their story of who they were in real life, like before they died, who they were and what they did and accomplished and stuff like that. And it's quite a beautiful place to visit and see. But I feel like just putting a QR code in a graveyard is like... like, it's nice, I guess, but how about we still keep the graveyard headstone stuff? It just feels weird, like someone can just take the QR code off. That's I don't like that. Not to mention it's kind of disrespectful to kind of like pull out your phone and just go on website to look up dead people, like, I don't like that. Maybe I'm too old. Oh my god, this cat reacting to water.
This moose somehow got stuck floating on this river of ice.
Is the moose stuck or is the moose where it wants to moose?
I found an artist that can create bags of water made out of glass. That is the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
Damn. Bags of water.
A
Alright,
plane
this
that
is
was
the
taking
last
off
daily
from
dose
Mexico was
one.
sprayed down after a swarm of
I think.
mosquitoes took over.
Isn't that really bad to do? Like
This
that
poor
much
guy was distracted
mosquito
by this
thing
drone and lost his
in
phone.
that close space.
This teacher asked his students if he could work out while they were taking a test, and everyone said yes.
I'm taking a test right now, bro.
So this was pretty lucky.
Well, clearly they're doing their test there. That was pretty lucky. Yeah. Fuck that tail up. Yeah.
This guy had trouble focusing with the Las Vegas sphere staring at him.
Oh, I don't think he likes it.
Why the hell is the sphere looking? Oh, that's such a tiny
This little
piggy.
guy just learned what Halloween is.
You say trick or treat. And guess what they do? Guess what they do?
What?
They give you candy.
What are you doing?
Some farmers use lasers to scare away birds. It does not harm or touch the birds, and it works.
Wait. So that video, the little kid is like, "Hey kid, welcome to capitalism. You're now expected to make us buy your costume and spend money on
Works during the
on
day
treats."
and night to scare them away. It doesn't target birds, but goes in a designated pattern to protect the crops.
Boys only get that reaction twice in their life. What do you mean? First time you get it to candy, then you get it to your first gaming console, then you get it to the first girl that likes you back, and then you get it to your first car. That's 4 times. It may be 5 if you get married. It's like, wow, she said yes. Say 5 times, dude, 5 times. I don't know, we don't have Halloween here, so it's, for me it's very weird, because
For some reason, this lady has a really bouncy sweater.
like, we have, when it comes to candy, right, like, my parents always let me have as much candy as I wanted, and I never really ate a lot of candy, I guess, because of that, because it was always available. So, like, an entire, holiday around trick-or-treating where it's about, like, getting candy. It's like, but why? I get candy anyway. It's like, when you think about it, it's so weird. Damn.
That is the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
I like the bouncing of this. Look at that.
Later.
No.
And I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
Bam 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 bam. Oh, we have one more. Sorry, chat.
Here's
There's
an
one
extreme
more.
close-up of what getting a tattoo looks like.
I don't want to see a close-up of what a tattoo looks like. What the heck? This is disturbing. Why would I want to see that?
Lukta.
This frog absolutely hates it when he has to take his medicine.
Lime really hates this stuff. Oh, I'm so sorry. Come on, you gotta get it.
I mean, who doesn't hate
Stop.
getting medicine? Like
stop.
that's
little
me
guy
with
couldn't
medicine
hold
too. It's
on.
like ballerina mode. Woo!
This woman
Poor
asked
guy,
a
though.
priest to come bless her car because it keeps breaking down.
Yeah.
Mechanic, go to your local priest.
Yeah, the priest tried to do that to my computer
I
too.
found this guy that can move his body in absolutely ridiculous
They-
ways.
They never ever came back to my house again.
This guy suddenly lost control of his lawnmower.
Talk about pec control. Yeah, I need a tech priest. I hear those are effective. That's unfortunate.
I found an engineering YouTuber that wanted to put a rocket on a giant skeleton just to see what would happen.
Missed opportunity to put it up its ass.
I just learned
Just
that
saying.
an ostrich can make this cool noise.
I didn't know they could make that noise. Shouldn't have tried Taco Bell. I mean, what you think killed him, Squall? I'm kidding, I actually don't know how Taco
Apparently,
Bell
if you make a
is.
deep growling sound, pigs will suddenly stand completely still.
Okay.
That is the end of this video. We hope
Cats
you enjoyed,
always are
and I'll see you guys
interesting
again
when they
very
fight.
soon. Later.
Wow. Yeah, those were all the videos of with the exception of this one, which I want to like look into. Yeah. Live2D. But yeah, that was cool. That was nice. It was kind of nice to catch up on some Daily Dose. So some of the videos are like very disturbing. So yeah, I was like, let's at least look at the first video from learning the basics of Live2D. And how how you get a model to looking like this, like
This video shows how to create PSD data that is suitable for importing into Live2D. How thorough you do this process affects the quality of the model
I feel like I need
and
to-
the range of motion significantly. So please pay a close attention.
125. I haven't done that,
About
Argonaut.
the graphics software that we use. We officially recommend either Photoshop, Adobe, or Clip Studio Paint Celsius.
I've only done like the first place.
Please
I
open either of the software. It is possible to create a PSD data using other software.
Sleep well, Laura's. Thank you for
However, the
hanging
display
out.
on Live2D might change depending on types of layers, and the compatibility cannot be guaranteed. Therefore, please make sure you use either of the two software.
I have
In
both.
this video, I am using Photoshop, as I will make use of Photoshop scripts at the end.
Ripped? Oh. Though I'm not sure this is needed for
よいな
me.
ぎホタルアンダーバー原画 .psd よいなぎホタルアンダーバー素材分け .psd よいなぎホタルアンダーバーインポート .psd
I see, so you're
These
importing.
will be necessary during the process of material separation. So I will explain each data. As the name suggests,
よいなぎホタルアンダーバー原画 .psd is
the source image that the illustrator drew based on how he or she likes it. The source image of Hotari-chan is quite similar to the Live2D version, but some parts do not move easily, or require additional effects when facial expressions change.
よいなぎホタルアンダーバー素材分け .psd
Is a data which includes parts that have been separated from the source image or that have been additionally drawn. For instance, you might draw body parts that would be shown when the model moves or add facial expression effect so that the model can move more
Ah.
attractively with Live2D. I will explain later. But with Live2D you can create body parts, e.g. arms and legs, which are completely reversible during the later process, so I have only done one side. At this stage parts are separated. or added so that the model can move with Live2D. However, Live2D receives the layer structure of the source image, and its lines and coloring are separated. So when you read the data onto Live2D, you are making layers of coloring and lines move separately. Therefore, from the material separation data, we have to merge each layer, including the one with additional lines and coloring. In this way we create
よいなぎホタルアンダーバーインポート .psd
data which is suitable for loading onto Live2D. The goal of this video is to create a material separation data by dividing the source image
That's
data
kinda
and merge each
interesting.
part to establish an import data that is suitable for Live2D.
I would have thought like you want the effects
If you are
separate
editing
so
your
you
own
can
source
add them
image data,
separate as
you
well.
can open it and create a material separation data, and then import the data like I do. Let's check the source image data, and choose the settings before we launch into separating materials. First of all, put the layer that looks identical to the source image on top of everything. This is one of the important preparations. If you are using Photoshop, display the source image correctly and press Ctrl plus Shift plus Alt plus E. Put this layer on the top of the layer panel.
I guess we can do.
You need this layer because you have to be careful not to change your work from the source image during the material separation. So keep showing / hiding this layer while you are editing, so that you can check it yourself. At this stage, let's create PNG data which we will use as a guide image. You export PNG data from File Export. Name the file Yoinagi Hotari _guideimage.png. As for the thumbnail of layers, you choose a large thumbnail by right-clicking thumbnail. And if you display only the range of the layer, the drawing will be on large thumbnail view. So you can easily check whether there are no strange parts. Concerning the background layer, you should make the color of backgrounds.
I feel like the small
so that you can
view.
see parts.
Pause it. I can show that you see the small view over there. I feel like that doesn't really. That makes it like hard to see details. So I'm not sure I'd be able to honestly compare
And
it by
unnecessary
looking at
bits
it there.
clearly during the material separation, you might want to prepare 2 to 3 layers in different colors, as it might be difficult to see with only one color depending on the parts. Change the name of the layer to background. Then we can start separating loosely. At this point there are parts like side hair, brows, and eyes that you want to separate them into left and right, but they are all in one layer. So copy the whole folder and name each one like left side hair and right side hair. I will explain the rules of naming the layer.
Ah.
The layer group names that you put in
That's
PFD
already
data will be
kind
used
of
for model
done
parts
by
in Live2D.
my model mama.
So be
She
careful
does
what you
this
name them.
herself.
You can change it later, but it is easier to organize it at this stage. Make sure there are no
It can be
parts
used
with the
for
same name.
notifications. And what
For
what do you
instance,
mean?
cannot
Like
name
in it?
just row even though they are divided left and right. In this case you have to put different names such as right brown left brow.
So this is what Milky was saying about our
When
model
you name parts
mama.
that can be separated into left and right.
That she does
Make
a
sure
very
you are
good
constantly naming
job
them
at
from the character's
separating.
position. So name it the left eye or right from Hotari-chan's viewpoint. Be careful not to name it left or right according to your side or switch it halfway. Use
Wait,
half
I'm
width numbers like-
confused. They just said that you're supposed to name it based on their viewpoint, so like this is left and this is right, not from our viewpoint. Why? Ah?
Be
My
careful not to name
brain.
it left or right according to your side or switch it halfway. Use half width numbers like /1 or /2 when you organize parts by number. Please avoid using symbols like brackets, but if you are using them, use __. When you are separating
Don't
parts,
use
please
brackets,
layer
and
mask. Using them makes it easy to recover your work. Since arms and legs could be completely reversed, for this time I will put movements to one side with Live2D first, and then copy and reverse it. Therefore at the material separation stage I will erase the arm and leg on one side. Eyes, brows and ears could be similarly reversed, but we will leave them as they are right now. You separate them loosely and organize folder names. It should be looking like this. When we have necessary layers,
that is
we will
insane.
start separating and adding coloring to smaller parts. You can look at
よいなぎホタルアンダーバー素材分け .psd
as a guide while working on yours. But let's go through from the top to see how you should separate and color. Hotari-chan's hair accessory is
Like
composed
this?
of a large accessory ribbon chain as well as a stars/moon object.
That's kind of like what my
Material shape and weight are different between them.
Live2D.
So it would be nice if we could put different
Sure.
movements when they sway.
Well, actually, my
Therefore, it might be
illustrator
troublesome.
did
But
most of
let's
this
separate them
already.
individually, including stars and the moon, as the shape of her eyes changes depending on her expressions. They should be separated into small parts. If you just separate them into groups such as upper eyelashes and lower eyelashes, you cannot create eyes that she might have when she smiles or close them well. It would be better if you separate them into small stroke sections. At this point the mouth is only a line.
Hey, Mjolnir.
However, when she opens her mouth, we should see inside her mouth including her teeth and tongue. Therefore you should draw inside her mouth, tongue and teeth. If you leave it like this you can see everything inside her mouth. So you put a skin-colored cover over it. With Live2D you can hide them using the clipping mask function. But this time we will use the skin-colored cover. With her pigtails, it might be cuter when the curled-up parts sway differently from the rest, so you might want to separate them. Make sure you properly color below the curled-up hair, which you have separated so that there is no curled-up hair. About the upper half of the body, you should separate the collars into left and right, and the tie into the main part
Holy.
and the one around her neck. Separate the buttons into each different layer. If you separate the shoulder and torso parts, it will make it look nicer, as the shoulder becomes the joint section between her arms and torso when she moves. Concerning the neck, you can see it when the head turns up, down, left and right. So you should draw slightly longer for extra parts. About the lower half of the body, you should separate the middle and side parts of her skirt due to its structure. The sleeves and her thumbs are separated quite carefully, but you should separate them even further. If you separate the creases of her sleeves, they will look more natural when she moves. You should separate upper and lower arms at the joint part.
Damn, the creases even are separated like that.
The elbows when she folds her arms. By doing this you can create a natural movement when she folds her arms. As for her hands, separate her fingers one by one and draw parts that are stuck together. As for the back of her head, you might see the tied part of her hair when she turns her head to the side or when her hair sways. Therefore, you should
I have
add small
even more
details
respect
here.
for my illustrator mama for
You
doing
can
all
make
of
the back
this
hair with one
herself.
part, but it takes up a lot of space, so maybe it is better to separate it into several sections. Finally, we do
Because
the
like I
effects.
know how many layers
In order
went
to
into
make her
my
facial
model.
expressions more attractive, we will create additional effects, such as tear effects, highlight effects when her eyes gleam, and sparkling eyes effect. With Hotari-chan, the drawings were already added to the source image. Therefore, you don't have to draw her fringe, parts where her eyes cover, or back hair behind her head and body. But it becomes necessary when the source image is not tailored to Live2D. For some source images, you might have to spend quite a long time separating the materials. In this case, please use the Hotari-chan's data as a guide.
Crazy.
We have finished
I
the
presume to a
separation and drawing
degree, like
process, so check
animators
if it
also kind of
hasn't
go
changed
through
from
this
the source image,
process to
and whether
animate
there are no
certain
parts
things.
that need erasing. Mistakes are often discovered at this point, so please pay a close attention. Furthermore, we don't need the background layer for modeling this time, so please erase it. The material separation PSD data that we have provided should have a folder that compiles more parts. It will be easier to organize it with Live2D, so please create a folder that compiles the parts, whilst looking at the material separation PSD data that we have provided. Some of you may have wondered, there is an asterisk mark at the beginning of the material separation data and folder which compiles parts. This becomes necessary when we do Photoshop script, so please put it now and think it is a lucky charm. You don't have to put asterisk for Clip Studio Paint. If you complete these processes, we have created the material separation data. Please put a clear name and save it before you forget. Be careful not to overwrite the data that we have provided. When you have created the material separation data, you can start merging the parts and create the import data. But the procedure differs depending on whether you use Clip Studio Paint or Photoshop, so I will explain it separately.
You can use the
If you
animation
create
software, they
PSD
have
data
tools
for
for
importing by using Clip Studio Paint.
Mm-mm.
You merge the folder that
That is
organizes
true.
each part one by one. You will have to be careful not to merge the folder that compiles all the part. If you finish checking whether there are no mistakes, whilst looking at the import data we have provided, erase the guide image in the background as they are no longer necessary. This is how you create PSD data for importing. Please put a clear name and save it before you forget. Be careful not to overwrite the data that we have provided. If you create PSD data for importing using Photoshop, Live2D has provided 2 scripts that will help creating the import data. So please download them. Go to the product information website of Live2D Cubism, then click scripts for Photoshop from downloads. From this page you can download Live2D_preprocess and Live2D_clean.
Hey, Vane.
Live2D_preprocess is the script that will merge layers automatically. It will automatically merge groups. It will not merge if you put asterisk mark at the beginning. Apply layer masks, merge clipping masks, erase path information. Live2D_cleaning.
So you put the asterisk to not merge.
When you finish downloading the 2 scripts, click read the manual and follow the introduction method. Instructions on the Photoshop scripts page in order to implement scripts. Let's try the script. Firstly, we use Live2D_preprocess. As explained in the script instructions, if you put the asterisk mark at the beginning of the folder you don't want to merge, it will not do so. This is the effects of the lucky charm. If you don't put the asterisk mark, the folder will merge regardless of your intentions. So please make sure you put the asterisk mark on the folder that compiles parts.
I see, so
This time you
asterisk
put the
is
scripts into the
important.
script folder, according to the introduction method instructions. Therefore, if you choose the script in the file menu, it will display them like this. As soon as you click Live2D_preprocess, the scripts will be displayed. It might take time if you have a lot of folders. When it finishes, groups, layer masks and clipping masks will be merged like this. And each part becomes a single layer. The folders that do not have the asterisk mark would not merge. So you can organize them neatly. As we have completed the merging process, we use Live2D_cleaning next. If you choose Live2D_cleaning from the scripts, a detailed settings screen will pop up. Larger waste will be removed if you set the figure larger. But it might recognize a small section as waste. Therefore, this time we will set it as 5. The waste removing process would not be applied to layers, such as the background and guide image, which are drawn on the whole canvas. So it might warn you like this, but don't worry and click OK. If you finish the script process, please look at the import data we have provided and check whether there are no mistakes. Erase the background and the guide images, they are no longer required. Then you have created a PSD data for importing. Please put a clear name and save it before you forget. Be careful not to overwrite the data that we have provided. This is how you create and import PSD data for Live2D. Next video is about how to use Live2D. See you next time.
Damn. That was a lot that goes into this. I do not know. Wow. Like, holy. Like, just the... Like, do you see the thing on my, let me... See the thing on, like, my... That has a lot of, like, different layers to it. And same with, like, the things on my arms. All of them. Like, the dangly bit, the long... The long bar is one part, but then the dot is another part, and then the weird triangle wannabe shape is another thing. Like, all of them are different, like, all individual. Obviously, like, the rigging process, I assume, like, you can kind of, like, repeat the process. But, yeah, damn. It looks kind of cool. Pretty interesting. That's nice to see, though. Like, I need to get the script that much I can tell. Thank you for sharing during my workday. I appreciate you hanging and chatting. I will be back tomorrow earlier, hopefully a lot earlier today. We're gonna do some Live2D tomorrow at the start and then continue with Red Dead Redemption. That's the plan at the very least, we'll see. I am very excited to start my journey into Live2D. And also, like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be overwhelmed by it. Oh, well, that's okay. You know, like, gotta learn something. Alright. So, who am I sending you to, chat? Well, first of all, let's say bye to TikTok. Goodbye, TikTok. It was nice hanging out with you. If you want to continue with me on the Live2D journey as well, feel free to hop on the bus. Like, follow me. Be sharing my adventures and. Alright, that was TikTok. Goddamn. Who are we raiding, chat? I'm back. Alright, I'm gonna send you over to... Oh, I'm gonna send you over to Tara, I think. Again, thank you, YouTube, for being here as well. Hey, Jaren, welcome in. I shall see you next time, YouTube. Hopefully I can separate the videos a bit better so it's easy to follow along, but yeah. For now, bye, YouTube.